Hey, this is a kind of a different video. It's been very hectic lately, and I'm kind of making this for myself. So if you're here for gameplay or variety content, feel free to skip it. But yeah, I've haven't been having a bit of issues lately. It's been getting like there's been a lot of stuff just like going on, like series start and then series just end. Issues come and issues go. I'm just kind of making this to address some of those. Okay, so like first off, like let me ask the question: what exactly is a VTuber? Before getting to any of those issues, let's just ask that question, right? Like, what is a VTuber? I think it's personally just something, an extension of someone's personality. You know that you at the end of the day you just they just do something and they provide commentary over it. They do something that they enjoy and they provide commentary over it for entertainment. I think that's just all VTuber is at the end of the day, with some aesthetic fluff thrown in, of course, to make it more entertaining. Many channels just do this by just playing video games, and well, I started off like this as well. Problem is though, I'm not exactly much of a gamer. um, it's not that I dislike video games, but for me, games are much more about the experience than the challenge. And it's not even that I mind harder video games or games that are more focused upon gameplay. It's just that I think a bit more about the whole art behind it. You know, the graphics, the music, the story, as well as the gameplay itself. Like how the whole game, like how the game makes me feel as a whole. That's kind of why I did Steam Showcase in the first place. What does it show off the large variety of experiences that games can provide? And finding those games that I really like, really enjoy. Also giving a brief taste of how it plays to feel the game for anyone who wants to potentially buy it or is just interested in it in the slightest. And also finally to give fledgling developers a chance, like how I did that with Night of the Abattoir, man. I think that went really well. But like yeah, like they're not often given a chance, so I just kind of want to give them some as well. And the reason why I did retro games is somewhat similar. That is for the experience of me finding some sort of fulfillment in it. Not necessarily nostalgia, mind you, but more a feeling of closure. So that I can put the stuff behind me, solidify the experience in my mind, that sort of stuff. And then like solidify it rather than it just be staying vague childhood memories in my mind. It will then just like be something more that I can create a full picture of in my mind. However, I feel like I've kind of gotten off rails lately. Like, uh, I've had a lot of failing streams. Um, for one, the La Mulana collab, the second La Mulana collab didn't go as well as I hoped. The first one went excellent, but the second one didn't go as well as I hoped, and that is my own fault. I didn't think Ayako's character through enough, and how her chemistry with Calidora would be. So yeah, and the Eternal Night stream, like that was another stream that just kind of didn't go well for me. Like I've had a lot, I had hardware issues during that too, and just like stream just died due to that. But also because I just have no memories of the game at all, so I can't really like form a solidified it doesn't mean much to me. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't have much interest in the gameplay style either. If a lot, it feels a lot like fodder, and it's definitely not like the same reason for why I picked up Rayman 2 and why I picked up Rayman 3 and Spyro 2 and 3. Like, I picked those up for that sort of sense of closure, but I don't have the same feeling about Legend of Spyro Eternal Night. Finally, I kind of like may have noticed that I had planned, keyword being planned, a new Steam showcase, one where I would have played Anna, Dream Barbecue, Unmetal, and Faith. It was ultimately kind of meant as a return to form, where I would finally pick up games again that would make me feel something and pick up the whole Steam showcase format again and whatnot. But then I had I had yet another technical issue that I forgot to click the go live button, and assuming that YouTube would have just recorded recorded the preview. So what happens is that I got a full 3 hours of stream, like completely lost. It's completely lost, and like I ended up losing the whole 3 hour stream. It just completely like demotivated me. But even then, while playing Enna, I just felt like I didn't really have anything to say about it. Like, and I didn't have any commentary to say about it either about the game itself or stuff that happened to me. That's when kind of when I realized I've been doing nothing but streaming lately. It's kind of eaten up my whole time schedule. And like late last year, let's say like October to December, then I had more variety. Then I was like also like watching anime, like reading VNs, making sprites for games, and like watching movies and whatnot. But now it's like streaming has completely eaten up all of my free time, and it's just kind of like it's kind of overwhelming right now. So like, yeah, these are my issues that I've been having so far. So what is my solution to all of this? Well, now I'm not gonna quit streaming, but I do think that it's kind of like time to hit the reset button, the metaphorical reset button. As I said before, I don't really hold the identity of a gamer that high in my own regard. I mean, I enjoy games, that's for sure, but they really have to click with me. So let's just forget all about the ongoing streams, all of the ideas, everything. Let's just forget about everything, right? And what do I actually want to grow out about myself? Well, like, what do I actually want to grow out my identity wise? Well, before I was doing streaming, I was actually working on my art and reading more VNs. So like was trying to develop my drawing skills and reading more VNs. I tried this stuff in one of the variety streams as well, if you remember that, with Akiel once. And while that didn't work out then, I think what instead of a return to form, what I really need to have is something that moves my identity forward in a way that I like instead of a return to form, you know? Like, so I came up with like an idea for this is to combine the drawing and reading of VNs into a regular stream, kind of like how it was before in that attempted variety stream. That way I can kind of both like keep myself from being like empty-headed, having nothing to talk about, while also actively improving my own skills, and also, improving the fact that I need to read more VNs. Improving that, like reading more, actually reading more VNs is something that I've been wanting to do. Yeah, unlike the variety stream of earlier, I'll do the reading first and the drawing second, the drawing later. That way I can have some food for thought when drawing, and I'll also have some ideas when drawing itself. Like maybe like if I'm playing Nekopara, then I can draw a character of Nekopara. You know, that way it stays fresh in my mind. I don't have to like come up with. I don't have to think too long about what to draw exactly. I'll call this series like I've been thinking of calling this series Read and Draw. You know, pretty simple. Like read and then just letter N and draw. A pretty simple title. However, this is not all. I don't want to entirely drop everything else that I've been doing either. I did like some of the stuff I was doing before, which brings me to my next point. What streams do I like? Well, for starters, I really enjoyed the Cadence Harper collab. I'd say that's one of my best streams, actually. The chemistry in that was just excellent. Just excellent. And I would love to do more collabs with both One Woman Corpo and with other people as well. I also really enjoyed playing my friend Pedro and as Kirako and playing We the Revolution as Akio. Both games are extremely interesting to me. I want to keep playing those two to the end. Yep, the unboxing stream was also fun, but it's not something that I can do anytime again anytime soon. It depended heavily on me showing off merch that I had bought. And honestly, I've been trying to be a bit more cautious with money. However, two parts that I do think I continue off of that stream on their own is the anime puzzle and the daily brain games part. And I really enjoyed this. I think once I think about doing the puzzle as Ayako, I think it fits her character more than playing La Mulana or any of the other games that I've been playing. And think like the daily brain games I can then combine with the read and draw. Yeah, I think that will be good. I think it's also just would give me more of an opportunity to flesh out switching between characters for each series. You know, like Mado gets one, like she gets read and draw. Kirako gets like my friend Pedro. Akio gets Be the Revolution, and then Ayako she would get the anime puzzle. As opposed to just me streaming Mado exclusively or Kirako exclusively like I had done in the past. So yeah, that's my idea how to fix it. What are my plans going forward though? Like you might be wondering that. Well, the following weeks, like I think I'm just going to take it easy this week. I have a convention that I'm be going to, which is both exciting but also a little worrying. But I'm also just gonna watch a bit more anime and a bit more movies. You know, like okay, the convention's a little worrying because it's one that I've never really gone before, and like I've never gone to that part of the country before on my own. So like it'll be it'll be a growing experience for me for sure. But like yeah, but yeah, also gonna watch anime and movies. Just gonna take it easy. Not too many streams. Maybe a collab if Corpo wants to, but I don't. Well, we'll see about that. After that, though, after like the week's done and the convention's done and whatnot, um, like, uh, okay, hold on. Let me just check. Like, then, or right before going on with the next week, though, let me just get one more thing. Reason why I'm doing more anime and more movies, like watching that stuff, is so that I can actually have something to talk about during my streams. You know, give me some food for thought and whatnot. And like, yeah, I think that will make my streams more entertaining because I'll actually have stuff to talk about, not just have dead air on it. And like, yeah, after next week, I'll be scheduling my streams. Maybe 3 a week. Yeah, maybe 3 a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday slash Saturday, depending on how I feel. I'll keep Sundays and Tuesdays and Thursdays closed off to give myself some recovery time. Streaming does take a lot out of me mentally. So like I think I'll just do a read and draw on Monday and like with Mado. And then I'll do Wednesdays I'll do either Pedro or We the Revolution or a collab, depending on how I feel with it, how I feel about it. And then Fridays it'll be comfy puzzling time with Ayako. So like I'm hoping this will work out. I apologize if you've been wanting me to do more Steam Showcase or more Spyro. It's just not gonna work out for now. But maybe sometime in the sort of future, I'm not gonna give any particular dates, but like sometime in the future, maybe I'll pick it back up again. But I'm hoping this will work out for now, and well, as usual, have a good day or night.